Coach, you feel like that was a game where the little plays, you got away from different.
You know, Rick, yeah, that was part of it. I just didn't think we were tough enough. We weren't tough at all. That's part of it, you're being nice.
How do you explain that toughness that you say when you
can't.
say?
How do you measure it, Fran? What gives you?
You got to start challenging some guys to be better than they are.
Is that on offense in particular?
Offense, defense.
Can you talk about the two looks that you had first in regulation and overtime?
Well, I want to put the ball in Marvel's hands there, and he's the guy. Thought he had a real good look. Salvi with a tip. I think Mike could have done differently was maybe try to go a little more to the basket. He kind of floated away from the defender and tried to get it in. I won't fault him there. You're in a situation where you're down 6 and all of a sudden you're laying the ball up at the buzzer to put it in the second overtime. I thought we made a pretty good play there.
Fred, Tom Izzo talked about how much respect he has for your team and where you're at right now. Conversely, how much respect do you have with what they're doing? They're out a couple of guys, and
as I said over and over, they've set the standard for the league. So I have tremendous respect for him. I've known him a long time. It's very hard to do what they've done. To consistently be contending, for not only a league championship but a national championship. That is really hard to do. And he's done it with good kids, with doing it the right way. So I think that's another reason why I have respect for him. He does it the right way.
I guess even specifically being down a couple of guys and coming into a really tough building. Great crowd, a lot of players.
But they've been down guys all year long. This isn't new. They took everything they had to beat Oakland because they were missing like 4 guys. They've had sickness, injury, and as I said to you the other day, and I meant it, when it's all said and done, it's really going to help them because what you're seeing is a team whose bench is expanding. You're seeing Costello really come into his own, and Kaminsky, and Travis Trice, and Valentine's really stepping up. He's getting his freshmen some minutes. Guana, he didn't do as much tonight, but he's been really good. So, you're talking about our depth. They've never been as deep as we. They had 10 guys ready to go tonight. All of them were really good players. And
You talked about toughness. I'm sorry. You talked about toughness. Was this anything that manifested itself over 20 games, or did it simply identify itself tonight?
I don't think it manifested itself over 20 games. No. I thought tonight we were not as tough as we needed to beat this team.
Just one field goal in the final 15 minutes including overtime. How do you attribute that to?
Well, we were driving the ball, we were throwing it inside, we were trying to get to the free throw line. We missed 13 free throws. That's unfortunate. We make our free throws, we got a good chance to win. But they missed free throws too. But I thought we were moving the ball well, and we had some real good looks at it. Just didn't make it.
Tom said sometimes teams get overhyped. Do you think maybe that's part of what happened to your team? Is so much
No.
hype?
I don't think so. I don't think that has anything to do with it, no. I just think we lost to a really good team.
This toughness was a lack of aggressiveness when the situation prevented.
Well, the toughness is both physical and mental. You can't let Apley make a 3 with 1 second to go in the shot clock. He can't get that shot off. He can't. You got to know that, and you can't give up a rebound off a missed free throw from 57% foul shooting. Can't do that. That's how games get away from you. 2 for 10 on 50-50 balls. Can't be Michigan State doing that. Because every time we didn't get a 50-50 ball, they scored. It wasn't like they just got the ball back, they scored. Can't win.
Coach, for those of us that have been covering Michigan State for a long time, it's very impressive what's happened here atmosphere-wise since you've arrived. Obviously, tough loss tonight, but can you talk about how you're rebuilding the program, please?
Well, I just can't say enough about our fans, and I can't say I'm surprised because I witnessed it from afar. whether coaching a team here or watching it on television over the years and knowing the great teams and the great players. I mean, this atmosphere tonight, the way they backed our team, it was something that really makes me proud. You know, proud to be their coach, but happy for our players who have really sacrificed. Came here when it wasn't as fashionable, and you know, believed in what we were selling, and have created an atmosphere where folks want to come and watch and root and you know, be as noisy as they were tonight, and try to be as intimidating to the opposition as possible. So, you know, I can't thank them enough. And I know from the bottom of my heart, I'm thankful, and so are the players.
Fran, what is the message between now and Saturday's game? When you get together, how do you get this going in the right direction? From the effort and toughness.
We'll show them specifically what we're talking about. We'll break the film down. We'll make some teaching points. And it's not all gloom and doom. There's a lot of good stuff happened tonight. A lot of good stuff. We'll point that out. We'll be somewhat positive at times. And we will try to, you know, be more consistent, you know, with some things, obviously, in the next game. It's not overly complicated.
Is it all the more?
Was his plan to get to the basket, or was there consideration for
Three? You know, what we said was, obviously, once he missed the second free throw, you know, we'll take it 2. We'll go into double overtime. We'll shoot the 3 if it's there. I think once he had a head of steam, he was going. I think it would have been a hard pull-up 3. With 4.4, you essentially have 4 dribbles and a shot. The problem then becomes the best 3 to make there is probably off a pass. You know, if he dribbles twice and passes, you know, does the horn go off? You know, and you don't want that to happen. You want to get a shot. So, you know, I was okay either way. But I think a pull-up 3 in that situation is a tough shot to make.
Is the disappointment mainly because of who you're facing, that you know that you've had to go against this team that's mentally tough in the past, you've lost some really tough games, you know what kind of effort they're going to give, rather than just another team?
I just think, I just look at it, I don't look at it like that. No, I look at it like, let's understand who's coming in here. You know, they're 18-2. They were preseason 1. They're 3, 5, 6, whatever they're at. Okay? They're, you know, as I said yesterday, or the day before, you got to go through them if you want to win a championship. So it doesn't matter what happened when we played them last year, when we played them 2 years ago. It's different teams. This is who we're playing tonight, and this is what they bring to the table, and we have to be better. If we want to beat that team, we have to be better than we were. Now, I'm not blaming the players, and I told them, we're all in this together. We apparently didn't do a good enough job getting you ready. Okay, the game plan wasn't good enough, our effort wasn't good enough, we weren't tough enough. Okay, let's go back to work, and let's do better, and try to win the next one. We get to play these guys later, but that's down the road. We got other people between now and then.